Hello everyone, in this video we will discuss the term Ivory Tower. Introduction. The phrase Ivory Tower originated from the biblical Song of Songs 7:4, where it describes the beloved woman's neck as a tower of ivory. In the 1830s, the French critic Sainte-Beuve applied the term tour d'ivoire to poet Alfred de Vigny, characterizing the stance as one of isolation from everyday life and a prioritization of art over practical matters. Over time, the term ivory tower has been widely used, often with a negative connotation, to signify an attitude or way of life that is discharged or indifferent to the practicalities of the everyday world. Specifically, it has been associated with a theory and practice of art that secludes itself from moral, political, and social concerns. The concept of detachment. The concept of the ivory tower encapsulates the notion of detachment from the real world, emphasizing an artist's or intellectual's withdrawal into a realm of introspection and artistic exploration. It suggests a preference for aesthetic purity and artistic freedom over engagement with socio-political realities of the time. While the idea of the ivory tower may be traced back to the romantic notion of the artist as an individual genius, it gained particular prominence during the aesthetic movement of the late 19th century. The aesthetic movement. The aesthetic movement, which emerged in both Europe and the United States, advocated for the intrinsic value of art and its capacity to evoke pure aesthetic pleasure. Figures like Oscar Wilde and Walter Pater were associated with this movement, embracing art for art's sake, devoid of moral or didactic messages. Critics often accused proponents of the aesthetic movement of being ensconced in ivory towers, removed from the pressing concerns of the society they lived in. Critiques of the ivory tower. In the context of literature and criticism, the ivory tower has been used as a metaphor to critique writers and scholars who prioritize their artistic pursuits above social responsibility. It suggests a detachment from the real world and an avoidance of engagement with pressing issues. Critics argue that such an approach limits the relevance and impact of literary works and intellectual discourse on society. Complexities and debates. However, the notion of the ivory tower is not without complexities. While some may criticize the detachment from societal concerns, proponents argue that art's independence from immediate social and political influences allows for greater creativity and exploration of universal themes. Artists and intellectuals may see themselves as being above the fray, using their creative pursuits to offer unique perspectives and insights into the human condition. Despite the criticism leveled against the ivory tower, it remains a powerful metaphor in discussions about the role of art and literature in society. It raises questions about the responsibility of artists and intellectuals to engage with broader issues and the tension between artistic freedom and social relevance. Conclusion. In conclusion, the concept of ivory tower originated as a metaphor for isolation and detachment from practical concerns. It has been used to criticize artists and intellectuals who prioritize art's purity over social engagement. The term gained prominence during the aesthetic movement, but its implications continue to be debated in discussions about the role of art and literature in society. So this was the discussion about the term ivory tower. We will meet in the next video and discuss some other term. Until then, goodbye and thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to this series on literary terms and literary theory. If you want to study the notes and MCQs related to this term, you can click the link given in the description. We are also going to start our online and offline classes for UGC NET for English literature very soon. So stay connected with us.